The Detroit Lions pull off an amazing 26-23 victory. Jake Bates kicking two 50-plus yard field goals in the last 5 minutes. The last one, a 52-yarder to win the ball game. An amazing comeback. Jared Goff, some was his fault, some were not. But he ended up with 5 interceptions, and they overcame that. Jamison Williams caught some tough passes to keep things going in the right direction from time to time. Gibbs got loose a few times, but it was the defense that kept us in the game. Even when they put up 23 points, the defense was on the field 65-70% of the time. And much like the wins that we had where we blew some teams out, where the defense set up the offense where they didn't have to do much to score, that's what was happening with our turnovers for the Texans on it. So, man, just one of the craziest games I've seen in a sense, in a lot of aspects. A few things to point out. Mr. Terrion Arnold, his coverage as far as being right there with the receiver is incredible. However, I can't remember one time when he's covering the receiver that he's actually turned around and saw where the ball was at before it came to their location. What he's doing is he's touching those receiver, picking up penalties, and some costly ones. And it could have very well been an interference on their last drive. They missed a field goal, and it was a lot of it was because of a high snap. And I was on Woodward Sports on the chat room, and there was there's some people ditching Jared Goff, and I'm thinking it wouldn't hurt, put Hooker in there for a minute myself. So, you kept seeing those interceptions, but hats off to Dan Campbell sticking with his guy, and he made enough plays, I guess, along with the rest of the team. It is a team effort tonight, and when we lost to San Francisco last year is solely because I believe we didn't have a field goal kicker to kick a 54-yard field goal. Instead, we went for it on 4th and 7. Had we scored that, we would have still had the same lead we had at halftime with most of the third quarter gone, which would have, I believe, demoralized the 49ers and made it so much harder. That being said, this is this year. Now we have a kicker. And what a great story this is. Jake Bates, you've heard this before, I believe, but last year when I was watching the Michigan Panthers play football, I was amazed on this guy. And I'm like, man, if we could only get this guy. And then I found out that no NFL team could talk to him until their season was over. And, he was kicking 60-yarders for the Panthers in Ford Field. I'm like, what a perfect fit. And you know what? It's working out pretty great. And I'm a born again Christian, and it delights me to have that. It adds to me so much to this backdrop story. And I've never been that excited about a kicker before, wanting him to do so well. But he's, he professes his relationship with Jesus. And, when it's all said and done, as excited as we get for a football game, much more important is our relationship with Jesus. And if you got a chance to check out Highland Park Community Church in Casper, Wyoming's feed today, Pastor Mike Fackler preached a good message, and he also had a Detroit Lions hoodie on. So if you see this, you're in Michigan or anywhere else and you're a Lions fan, please check that out if you would. And, it makes all the difference in the world here it makes it better. But in the world to come, what a difference. What a game. What a game. And, you know, I already was kind of not conceding the win, but, justifying, hey, you know what? Everybody's had a bad day. But we did something that Kansas City Chiefs have been doing quite often, finding ways to win, whether it's blocking a field goal or kicking his 58-yard field goal, missed the uprights on this side that much. And then 52-yard on the other side that much. But hey, by the grace of God, we won the game. It's a football game, but we're 8-1, and we're looking for the best record. Is what I'm hoping for in the NFC. So all the games can be hosted in Detroit. I don't want to. Not that they can't win somewhere else. Obviously, they took over Texas, and both the Cowboys and the Texans here. But that Texans is a good team, and they lost to the Jets last week. Got embarrassed, I guess, and I didn't see it. But they still have a 6-3 record coming into this game, so they're no slouches. C.J. Stroud, he's a solid football player. Man, we're gonna get some players back before too long. Mosley, and we're gonna have Zadarius Smith will be in for the next game. I think it says a lot about the Detroit Lions. They're saying, yeah, we would love to have Zadarius Smith right now for this game, and it would have helped perhaps, but he deserved a week off. He gets a bye week. I had to move my cat off the piano there. But he had a bye week, and they give him a few days to get there. He got there Friday and everything. He's part of that team, and he's coaching up his guys, as you've seen. But just this game right here, instead of a blowout, I think pulled the team together even closer, even if they didn't think that was possible, that they fought for each other. You don't know when Gibbs is going to get loose and just break it open. He was stymied for a little while, but he got loose a few times, and he made a difference. Hey, it's been a great, great game. Great day today. Went to church. Watched the Pistons play. They played a real close game. Missed a couple free throws here and there, but man, they're playing hard defense, and they're a whole lot better team and I love this coach, BJ Bickerstaff. I'm watching him closely, and he's coaching his guys. He's talking to the refs. When they're making some bad calls, he's letting them know they're making some bad calls in a kind of a tactful but strong way. I like it, and his guys are playing smothering defense, and there's no easy games for the opponents. The Knicks had they had an off game with the Knicks, but every other game, and they've played some top teams, they've been in every game. So check those guys out, as they haven't won in a long time. It makes me appreciate those two guys all the more, Bill Laimbeer and Isaiah Thomas. The two main reasons why they won back-to-back and almost won 3 in a row. Straight up phantom foul against Kareem, Yeah. Anyways, but we could have won 3 in a row. Anyways, well, that's it for me today. Man, I think I played golf instead of Lamar Jackson in my fantasy football leagues. I got about 13, 14 of those. I led with my heart than with my mind, but I'm probably going to lose every one of those games. But 5 interceptions is going to cost me a lot of points. But their defense did good. And anyways, you guys have a great day, and I'll see you next time.